There was a time when a single name could shake the world of business. John D Rockefeller. The man who rose from the cold hands of poverty to build an empire that defined capitalism itself. But before the power, before Standard Oil, there was a boy. He was born in 1839 in a small wooden house in New York. His father was called Devil Bill, a man who lived two lives. One as a farmer, the other as a traveling con artist who sold fake medicines to the desperate. He would vanish for weeks, then return with a pocket full of cash and stories too wild to be true. His mother, Eliza, was the opposite. Deeply religious, stern, honest. She taught young John discipline. Work first. Pray always. Waste nothing. The Rockefellers were poor, sometimes hungry, but his mother's order held them together. John had siblings, and even as a child he acted older than his age. He managed the farm, helped his mother, sold whatever he could find to keep the family alive. One day he followed a turkey into the woods, found its eggs, raised them, sold them. Then he bought more eggs. It was small, but that moment defined his life. He had discovered the cycle of investment. As he grew older, the family moved often. His father kept disappearing. His mother worked endlessly. By the time John turned 16, the family's future depended on him. College was a dream they could not afford. So he left school and began walking door to door in Cleveland looking for a job. 6 weeks. Nothing. Then one firm finally gave him a desk. They did not tell him how much he would be paid. He did not care. He just wanted to start. That job changed everything. He handled books, balanced accounts, studied patterns of money. He learned that the world runs on math and timing. When he saw his boss handle a $4,000 check, he felt something powerful. It was not envy. It was a spark, a vision. He began to whisper to himself every morning, "I am bound to be rich." After months of work, he finally received his first year's pay. $50. A little over 50 cents a day. He was disappointed. But that disappointment gave birth to ambition. He decided if he could not earn enough under someone, he would have to build something himself. That thought led to his first partnership with Maurice Clark. They started a small business buying and selling produce. Beans, meat, fish, whatever brought profit. It was hard, but it worked. Their discipline and honesty earned them a strong reputation. Then something new appeared on the horizon. Oil. It was called black gold. People used it for lamps, replacing whale oil. The world suddenly needed light. Maurice and John met a chemist named Samuel Andrews who discovered a way to refine crude oil into something cleaner. Kerosene. They decided to invest $4,000 into a small refinery. Just a side project. But the profits began to climb. Oil was unpredictable. Prices rose and fell daily. But John saw opportunity in the chaos. He decided to leave produce behind and go all in on oil. Maurice got nervous. He wanted out. John stayed calm and bought him out for $772,000. Everyone said he was reckless. But just after that deal, a new oil field was discovered. And his gamble turned into gold. That was the birth of Standard Oil. And from there, he began to build not a company, but a system. He partnered with Henry Flagler. Together they refined oil cheaper, faster, smarter than anyone else. Rockefeller cut costs, made deals with railroads for secret shipping discounts, and used those savings to crush competitors. When rivals could not compete, he bought them. When they refused, he outlasted them. Soon, he controlled nearly all refineries in Cleveland. Then Pittsburgh. Then Philadelphia. His empire spread like veins of oil through steel and stone. He built pipelines to escape the railroad's grip. He turned efficiency into a weapon. The newspapers called him the octopus. A man whose arms stretched into every part of American industry. But to him, it was never about greed. It was about order. He believed competition wasted energy. His goal was control. Total control. He faced riots, court battles, political enemies. But he never raised his voice. He waited, calculated, struck with precision. By his 30s, he was untouchable. By his 40s, he controlled 90% of the oil refining in America. By his 50s, he was the world's first billionaire. And yet, when he finally stepped back from business, the world that hated him also owed him. He donated millions, built universities, funded research. The same man who once starved rivals was now feeding generations. He began as a boy chasing turkeys through the woods. He became a man who built a machine powerful enough to light nations. Rockefeller's story was never just about money. It was about power that never died. His system still breathes. Subscribe if you enjoyed this. The next episode will be more thrilling.